Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. So today's video is the fourth video of city comparison series. In this video we will be discussing about two major cities, and believe me, this video will help you a lot in deciding which city you want to move, because not many videos are there on these two cities. In the previous three videos I have discussed about Toronto, Calgary, Vancouver, Ottawa. In today's video we are going to discuss about Toronto and the Waterloo region. In this region there are three cities: Kitchener, Waterloo and Cambridge. Kitchener being the largest city, and Kitchener and Waterloo are sometimes called twin cities as well. So if you are visiting my channel for the very first time, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you can get notifications for my upcoming videos as well. And also press like if you find these videos useful. If you want comparison between some other major cities of Canada, do let me know in the comment section below. So in this video we will be discussing about these points: population, geography and time zone, weather, the cost of living in these cities, salaries and taxes, jobs and job sectors in demand, rents, crime rate and transportation. Without wasting more time, let's begin. So let's check the population part. Toronto, the population is approx 6.1 million, whereas in the Waterloo region the population is 617,000 only. Here you can see the population is very less in the Waterloo region as compared to Toronto. The community population as per 2016 census: European 47.7%, South Asian 12.6%, Chinese 11.1%, Black 8.9%, Filipino 5.7%, Latin American 2.9%, West Asian 2.2%, Korean 1.5%, Southeast Asian 1.5%, Arab 1.3%, Aboriginal 0.9%, Japanese 0.5%, and multiple visible minorities 1.8% in Toronto. So in the Waterloo region, white Euro Canadians, they are more, 78.3%, Aboriginals they are 1.7%, and other visible minorities are like 19%, out of which South Asian 5.1%, Chinese 3%, Black 2.9%, Latin American 1.7%, Southeast Asian 1.6%, Arab 1.3%, West Asian 0.8%, Filipino 0.7%, Korean 0.5%, Japanese 0.1%, and multiple visible minorities 0.6%. So Waterloo region has a German heritage, that's why white people are more. You will find European Canadians white more there. So now let's check the geography and time zone. Toronto, as you know, is the capital city of Ontario province in southeastern Canada. It's the most populous city in Canada. It's a multicultural city. It's country's financial and commercial center as well. It's located on the northwestern shore of Lake Ontario. Whereas Waterloo region, it's a regional municipality of Waterloo. It's located in southern Ontario, Canada. It consists of cities of Cambridge, Kitchener and Waterloo, like I said earlier, Kitchener being the region's largest city. So it's located approximately 100 km west of Toronto. The region is known for its high concentration of tech companies. It has often been referred to as Canada's Silicon Valley. Waterloo is one of the fastest growing regions in southwestern Ontario. So moving to the time zone part, as both these regions fall into Ontario, so they follow the same time zone, Eastern Daylight Time, GMT -4. So now let's check the weather in these regions. Toronto, as you can see from the graph, the lowest temperature goes till -7, -8 degree in January, February, whereas in summers the temperature can go up to 27, 28 degrees Celsius. In the Waterloo region, the lows can go till -10, -11 degrees Celsius in Jan, Feb, whereas in summers the temperature can reach up to 27, 28 degrees Celsius. So overall the temperature range is same. As I said earlier, also both are in the same Ontario province, so not much difference is there. So checking the snowfall in these regions, Toronto, as you can see from the graph, there are 5 months when there is almost no snowfall. After that it starts from October, November and it goes till March, April. Waterloo region, it's almost similar. It starts from October and goes till March and April mid. So as you can see, snowfall duration is almost similar, but the amount of snowfall is little more in Waterloo region. So now let's check the crime rate in these regions. In Toronto, you can see the crime index is 39.21, and whereas the safety index is 60.79. In the Waterloo region, in the Kitchener city, the crime index is 38.4, safety index is 61.6. In the Waterloo city, the crime index is 27.78, safety index is 72.22. So overall, you can see the safety index is almost similar in both the regions. So now let's check the most important part, the rents in these regions. In Toronto, a studio apartment costs around 1,675 Canadian dollars. In Waterloo City, it's 1,349 Canadian dollars, whereas in Kitchener, it's 1,195. It's still little cheaper from Toronto. One bedroom apartment in Toronto costs around 2,000, whereas in Waterloo region, it's 1,400, and in Kitchener, it's around 1,384 Canadian dollars. A two bedroom apartment in Toronto costs around 2,650 Canadian dollars, whereas in Waterloo region, it's around 1,500-1,600 Canadian dollars. So overall, you can see the rents are little less in Waterloo region as compared to Toronto, but these rents are also increasing from the last 2-3 years. So even if you're in Toronto or in Waterloo region, if you stay near the center, the rents would be high. If you stay outside the center, like in Toronto, you can stay around Brampton, Mississauga, the rents would be little lower. In Waterloo region, you can stay on the outskirts, so the rents would be little lower. So now let's check the cost of living in these regions. In Toronto, the cost of living index is 74.72, whereas in Waterloo region, the Kitchener being the largest city has a cost of living index of 64.57. So here you can see the cost of living is little less in Waterloo region as compared to Toronto. Cost of living rank of Toronto is 140th out of 568 cities in the world, whereas the cost of living rank of Waterloo is 258 out of 568 cities in the world. So here you can see a marginal difference. So from the next statement, you can analyze how much you would be needing. You would need around Canadian dollar 5,085 in Kitchener to maintain the same standard of life that you can have with Canadian dollar 6,600 in Toronto. So now let's check the salaries in these region. In Toronto, the average salary is around 64 Canadian dollars. From the image, you can see for different job occupations, the salaries. The average salary in Waterloo region is 62k Canadian dollars yearly. From the image, you can see the average salary for different professions. So about the taxes part, as both these regions are in Ontario, same province, so taxes are same. The harmonized sales tax is at 13%, which includes like federal tax plus the provincial tax. So Ontario provides relief on the 8% provincial portion of the HST on specific items, so that you have to check on their website. So the average salary range is 40k to 102k per year in these regions, both Toronto and Waterloo. So now let's check the popular employers in these regions. In Toronto, the popular employers are CIBC, RBC Bank, TD Canada, Deloitte, BMO Financial Group. So from here you can see mostly financial institutes are there in Toronto, whereas in Waterloo region, the popular employers are like University of Waterloo, Sun Life Financial, OpenText Corporation, Manulife Financial Corporation, BlackBerry Limited. So from here you can see the IT is a little more in Waterloo region. The financial companies are more in Toronto. So now moving to the minimum wage. Minimum wage is same in both these regions as they fall into the same Ontario province. So it's Canadian $14 per hour, but from 1st October it has changed. It's 14.25 Canadian dollar per hour. Let's check the job sectors which are in demand in these regions. So in Toronto, technology, business and finance, like I said earlier, life sciences, healthcare, marketing, translator, drivers, occupational therapies, they are in much demand. In Waterloo region, the IT is more, the actual IT like startups and also IT, software developer, software engineer, these types of jobs are very much in demand. Facility housekeepers, delivery drivers, servers, accountant, personal caregivers, registered nurses, store managers, insurance. So overall, as they are in the same province, so the demand is almost similar. So some jobs are available in both regions. Moving to the modes of transportation part, in Toronto there are subways, buses, streetcars by TTC, interregional commuter rail and bus by Go Transit. In Waterloo region, the Grand River Transit GRT provides public transportation buses. So Go Transit buses are also there. Via Rail is there, which can help you connect throughout Canada. Iron Light Rail Transit is there. Cycling is preferred a lot. Private taxi cabs are available. Moving to the airports part, Toronto has two airports, Pearson International Airport and Toronto Island Airport. Waterloo region has one, earlier it was a regional airport, but few years back it changed into international airport. So it's located in Baraslu, minutes from Cambridge, Kitchener and Waterloo. So Toronto Pearson International Airport is just 45 minutes from Waterloo region. So Toronto is also near to that. So talking about the local transport, the one-way tickets is similar in both these cities. The average cost is around 3.25 Canadian dollars. It could vary on regional basis. In monthly passes, they are little cheap in Waterloo region. So as there are a lot of students and universities there, so the monthly pass is little cheap. So these were the differences I could find. If you find any other differences, or if you want to add some information, you can add it in the comment section below. So at the end, I would like to conclude which city would be best for you by giving my viewpoints. So if you are more family oriented and you don't want a crowdy or a glamoury city, but you need a nice and slow small town life with proper work-life balance and great schools and education for your kids, and you are a young family who want to start out, then the Waterloo region is best for you. If you want more ethnic neighborhoods, big city life, huge number of festivals, cultural events, hustling bustling city, and if you want to live more close to downtown and enjoy those life, then Toronto is best for you. So that's it. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you like this one. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you can receive future notifications as well. See you in some other video. Till that time, thank you.